Is a minority government good for Canada?
Probably not. However, that's what we have and we'll have to live with it, and I hope Trudeau can find a way to work with all the other parties and get what we all need done.
In a sense, yes, because if they're not a majority, it's a little harder for them to just put through decisions. So they have to have the other parties join forces and to make decisions, proper decisions. So yes, I think it is.
I don't see it as a big issue. As long as we get the support from both parties, both bigger parties such as the NDP and the Conservatives, as long as we get their support on what the Canadians feel are important subjects, values to the people.
I feel like this is essential because for every action there has to be equal and opposite reaction, and for decisions to be made or policies not to be too biased or too deviated towards one side, there always has to be another side that should be taken into consideration. That's what I feel personally, so that things don't go out of hand.
Honestly, I don't know anymore. I'm not sure if it's good or bad, but I think we're there for a few years, so we have to sit down and look at it.
Yeah, I think minority governments generally are good because it holds them a bit more accountable and permits the other parties to have a bit more of an influence. So I think it's a better solution for a broader consensus.
Well, in some ways I think it's a good idea because then the government just can't pass something on their own. They have to work hand in hand with other politicians from other parties, which will give us a better idea of what the broad of Canada is looking for what our government should be doing for us.
Honestly, I think debating is a good thing, right? It gives obviously different perspectives and points of view where if it was just one person, it would kind of be one-sided, right? Like there's always multiple sides to things, so I think it's good that they have to debate it and win a right to pass something instead of just being able to pass it their own will, you know what I mean?
Actually, it creates a much more democratic point of view and ability because there's accountability. No matter whose choice is right or wrong, it forces an accountability between a debate instead of one side, regardless of who it is, because there's no black or white. And even someone who specifically swears to one side will oftentimes find themselves on the other.
Because like the NDP party works with the Liberals, I feel like they kind of got a lot done what they wanted to get done anyway with that kind of help. So that's also why I think that the election seemed kind of pointless and a big waste of time and money because they kind of were getting a lot done that they were setting out to get done.
I think a majority government works better because every government is trying to do a lot of good things for the general public. If they have a power, they probably can achieve their goals. With the minority government, you always have to fight a compromise. Sometimes it's hard to get the things done.
Yes, I do believe the minority government will serve Canada, the general population, the best of any majority government going. And I believe that the minority that we have right now is a good balance.
I think it works to keep the government in power in check from just straight running away with things, and I think that both sides, all three sides, might be inclined to do so given the chance. So maybe a minority is the answer because it keeps them all. There's enough power out there to keep the ruling party in check.
I would like to bring back voters reform, which was Trudeau's sales pitch, and then it just got forgotten after he got elected. That would have fixed our country.
In a way, maybe, because that way everybody knows and they're on the same page to do whatever we need for for Canada. I think if it's a majority, I mean, the government might just run with it, and we want to have a say on it, on the decisions they make. This way, they have to answer more to every Canadian what the government's plan to do.